Yo, welcome. Hey, I'm Dr. Tartt. Today we're going to talk about 12 things that men want but don't ask for. All right, welcome. I'm glad that y'all are here. We're going to have a good time today. I'm excited that y'all are here. Today we're going to talk about 12 things that men want but don't ask for. They don't ask for it. And I am being fully male here today. I don't know why we do this, but I am certainly guilty, y'all. Hold on. I am certainly guilty of this, y'all, of expecting people to read my mind about certain things, and it's just not fair. It's just not fair, right? Just not fair. Yeah. So, Tashina, I'm glad that you could chime in. I'm glad that y'all are here. We're gonna have a good time today. So let's dive in. Listen, and I always say this, and I'm just thankful to God. I'm thankful to God, y'all. That I always say this is gonna be impactful because when I do these, I'm like, all right, will this help relationships? Will this help you in your relationship? Will this help you get into a current relationship? Will this help you as a man and will this help you as a woman? And then all of the checks are on this, y'all. So if we could dive in, let's dive in. And if you're watching this, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just Dr. Tartt. Subscribe to YouTube and then we're good to go, y'all. We're good to go. All right, so let's dive in. 12 things you want, 12 things men want but don't ask for. But first, before we go into the 12, I want to talk about why we do this, right? And I was exploring it. I was exploring why don't I do this? Part of me, as crazy as it sounds, and y'all tell me if it's the same, right? Tell me it's the same. I see you, Rose. I see you, Evan. I see you, Eva. I see y'all coming in, right? We expect you to know, like, just like I'm talking as a man, aren't there certain things as a woman that you expect men to know without you having to say anything? Aren't there certain things that you expect men to know without having to say anything, right? And there's certain things you don't even realize that doesn't make sense. How would that brother know what I need unless I tell him? But you expect a man to know. And as a man, I'm doing the same thing. So let's go over these things. I want y'all to comment. I want y'all to let me know what I missed because we're gonna have a good time today. This is for you. All right. I see you, Mary. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, here we go. Here we go. Number one, 12 things men want but don't ask for. Number one, he's not in order. This is gonna be 12, right? He wants you to be happy. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to be happy. Because if you're happy and you're in relationship with him, that says what? You're happy with him. So if you're happy, right? That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. If you're happy with how I'm treating you. You're happy with the lifestyle that I have provided for you. You're happy with the conversation. You're happy with our lovemaking. You're happy with how we do life. You being happy is an indication of how well I'm treating you. Can church say amen? Do y'all believe? Let me know if y'all feeling this. Glory, let me know if you're feeling this, right? Rick, let me know if this is real. We want you to be happy. Think about it. Think about the worst thing is if we're in public and your woman is unhappy, that sometimes says a lot about us to us. Like, oh man, she's unhappy. Other guys can see that. Why she look unhappy? Is that on her or is that on him? Right? So we want you to be happy. And of course, you being happy means that you're happy with us. So men, number one, like we have to make sure that the women we date, the woman we date, depending on where you are, in life, that they're happy. However, you're not responsible for their happiness. Just a quick side commercial. According to the research, women are happiest, and when this is later on in the 12, when they have friends. We'll get into it. When they have close friends, female friends to connect with, women are happy because there's a certain level of intimacy you can't just get from your man. All right, number two. All right. A man wants you to take interest in his interest and his world. Come on, let me know, y'all. Y'all feeling that? A man wants you to take interest in his interest. If he's interested in sports, he'd like for you to be interested. If he's interested in banking, he'd like for you to be interested in banking. That doesn't mean to the same degree, but he'd like for you to pay attention to his interest. Be interested in his interest means that you're interested in him. Doesn't mean that you're his clone. And he also wants you to be interested in his world. Like, what's going on in his world? This man has kids. What's going on with his kids? What's going on at work? What's going on? Like those of you that who know me know I'm a huge Michigan Wolverines fan, right? And what's going on in my world right now, I'm hoping and praying that we're able to handle business in the championship game next week. That leads us to the next championship game, which leads us to the final championship game. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to bring it in, bring it home, right? Bring the title home. It's our best team in a long time. There's something wrong, it's been a long time. Something wrong with us when we're not winning national championships, right? Something wrong. So I just that seems minor, but you being interested in me and allowing me to be able to talk about it is a huge, huge, huge deal. All right. So be interested in that man's world. All right. Number three, men want you to hold him accountable. We want you to hold us accountable for our dreams. We want you to hold us accountable for our dreams. Hold us accountable. Hold us accountable, family. If we say we're going to do something, men are actually happier, healthier, and wealthier. Here's the thing: happier and wealthier and healthier. Did you know that men are happier, healthier, and wealthier when they're in relationships? Right? Why? Because we have someone to hold us accountable to our dreams. That means you're asking, "Hey, babe, how's that business you're opening up? Hey, babe, how was work? Right? How are things going? I see the connections freeze. Let me change that up. Like how are things going? Right? What is it that we need? Right? And when men have someone helping them, it helps them to be better. There we go. It helps us to be better. Do y'all get it? Do y'all get it? All right, it helps us to be better because this is the advantage of being married. Man, I want you have literally a partner who's with you, who knows your strengths and your weaknesses, and she's there encouraging you, but also holding you accountable and saying, "Hey, babe, how are you going to get that new job if you're not applying, if you're not networking, if you're not working on your skills, right?" If you say it in the right way, men are going to respond to that, and men are going to be happier. But we're not going to say, "Can you hold me accountable for my dreams?" Can you see that? Right? We just kind of expect you to know that, right? We just kind of expect you to know that. Thank you for joining in, Penelope. Thank you, Miss Harvey. Thank you, Warren. All right, we're not going to ask for that. But a woman who knows that and knows how to encourage her man and hold him accountable. Like Michelle is saying, "Hey, Barack, you need to figure it out." Did y'all know that when Barack Obama was running for office, I don't know which office it was before he was running for president of the United States, that he ran out of money. He was at a conference, a political conference, and he swiped his card, and the card did not go through, y'all. This is former President Barack Obama. And he called Michelle and said, "Hey, let me work this thing out on the card." And she says, I'm not gonna pay for it. I'm not gonna pay for it. Barack, you need to figure this out. Like you're just as educated as I am. You're gonna need to realize that in the real world, it can't just be about community service. You're gonna need to actually pay money if you want to go to things with money. I know you're a great brother and you'll give away your dollars and you'll have community organizing. He did. And you'll work for nonprofits, but you want things that cost money, and it's costing me. And not only is it costing me to finance you for these things, but it's costing my attraction to you. It's costing my insecurity that you'll be able to hold it down. Can y'all get it? Leslie, do you get it? Penelope, do you get it? Mary, do you get it? Big Cliff, do you get it? You know what I'm saying? Do you get it? That makes sense, right? And so it's basically saying, look, brother, if you're going to do this, I need you to be able to hold it down. Finance whatever your dreams are for yourself. And Barack said Michelle never had to have that conversation with him again, right? That they were able to transition. I don't know. I'm sure there were conversations after that because people don't change overnight. But he didn't ask for the money. He was able to get that from somewhere else. And from then on, realize I need to get in paid public servant positions than the government, obviously, that pay a lifestyle for me and my family, right? And a good woman by your side, men, are gonna be able to do that. Man, let me know. I mean, how do you want a woman to hold you accountable? Is that something that you would even ask for? Or is he just supposed to know, right? Wives out there, girlfriends out there, queens out there, how have you encouraged your man in a way in which he received it? Like that is an art, right? That is an art. That is why married men on average do better than single men simply because they have support. Those brothers, you're not any better because you're married. I'm not better than me in my single form from an intellectual standpoint. I'm not better than any single brother watching this right now. Let me just state the obvious. But that brother with support of someone who knows him every day and cares for him, that brother's gonna skyrocket because you have someone helping you out. All right, just being real. All right, you got it, bro. You got it. Y'all saying thumbs up, right? Yeah, you don't want to enable him, but you do want to hold him accountable. Men are used to that. All right, you didn't throw the ball right. The coach will say, what happened? I didn't throw the ball right. Men are used to that. Hey, we didn't make the sales we're supposed to make. All right. I get it. I have to work more hours. I have to step it up. Men are used to that, right? Uh, Princess Sumi says, identifying what we value in them and then pointing out how they can use that to grow. I want to read this is good. According to what they've expressed the wish to grow in, also preying on it. That is beautiful. That is beautiful, right? Because basically what she's saying is that, babe, I'll pick me. Babe, you said you wanted to submit your legacy this next phase of your life. And you said that you wanted to do more courses and you wanted to write at least two more books. And I'm looking at your schedule and I don't see any room blocked off for writing a book or doing these courses. And I want to make sure that you achieve your legacy and that you're as happy as you want to be as your partner. I'm just asking, where are you with that? And is there anything I can do to support or remind you or make that happen? I need that. I need to say, you know what, you're right. I keep doing the same thing. A man should be able to receive that. A healthy man. I even think an unhealthy man, that's the way you said it, Princess. I even think a sensitive man can handle that, right? And I mean a man that doesn't really like he's not secure in who he is. I think he can receive that and be like, babe, you're right, without even getting defensive, right? Someone says, I try, but it's not received usually. And I think you just got the cheat code on how to do that. Only at times seems like he feels it's an attack or think less of him. Yeah, we are very, 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 very sensitive about that because we're supposed to be providing for you, right? So we need to make sure that we can receive it. We have to be open. We told you our dreams. If we can receive it from work, we can receive it from the coach. We can receive it from our wife, or girlfriend, a queen. All right. Someone says paying attention to mom's got to learn. Says paying attention to the mood he's in and present it that way. He'll be more receptive. I suggest things in a way that has to make the decision. Well, he has to make a decision, and then ask him when he wants to have it done. Ooh, I love it. See, listen, when y'all think that we're in charge, can y'all see how a good woman, can y'all see how a phenomenal woman is an asset here because of the management here? And ladies, if you're single, or even if you're married, this is your superpower, right? This is how married men do better because of this. Man, Princess Sumi said, layer it. Start with appreciation and end with the excitement and confidence in him. Ooh, Princess Sumi, listen, y'all. She is giving y'all game. And that's why I love being here because I don't have how can I tell you what a woman does for a man better than a woman, right? Y'all, Mary says constructive criticism needs to be accompanied with tender love. So y'all understand. Y'all understand what it is. All right, man. We had a good one on that one, right? So hold him accountable to his dreams. He's gonna be better off because of you. And that's why married men say, I want to thank you for getting this award. I want to thank my wife. Without my wife, I would not be in this position. Come on now. Come on now. Eva's giving thumbs up. Tashina says she loves that. All right. Number 4. All right. Let's talk about this. All right. This is one of the things that I've heard big. And if you listen to any of my lives, this is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I've heard this from almost every single man. All right. He wants you to be accountable for the things you need to change without much resistance. One, a man's dream is that you will identify something that you do that's not good for the relationship of marriage. Come on, ladies, come on to the couch with Dr. Tartt, right? It's heart to heart with Dr. Tartt. Come on to the couch. Ladies, drop in the chat something you used to do. I'm not gonna say you do it now. Don't have to put yourself out there. Something you used to do that's not good for the relationship. Men would love for you to address that proactively without him having to bring it up. But But realistically, if he brings it up, that you just own it the same way he would own it, right? Like, you're right. I promised. Like I promised my wife that I would. Our son got his crib for the first time last night, and my wife said, "Babe, please take the rail off so he doesn't bust his head. It just is what it is, and let's just get this boy bed, right?" So tonight, no matter what time I get off, I'm gonna have to do this, right? And so if I forget, my wife would like for me to say, "You know what? You brought that up, and I totally forgot. I did not make it priority. I will do it right now." Okay, all right. But she would like for me just to go home, have the tools out, or even when she gets home, or when I go home, she thinks I'm working out or something, and I'm disassembling that crib. You feel what I'm saying? Right? Here we go. Right? All right. So y'all get it? Y'all get it? So this is super important because where men run into roadblocks in relationships, this is where men are saying, I found a woman I want to date seriously, I want to marry, but the biggest issue is that when I bring up something in a relationship that does not work for me or us, it's a lot of resistance, it's a lot of back talk. I don't mean like back talk, that sounds like a child. It's a lot of back and forth, and it's a lot of a defensiveness or counter criticism. And I don't want that. I just want someone to, especially if the man does that, just own that, interrupting, getting defensive, not speaking, being too friendly with men who like you, but you don't want to cut them off because of whatever reason, right? And your man's priority, he's not controlling, he allows you to have male friends, but this particular friend you just want to hold on to, right? Like someone said they were controlling, all right, and wouldn't allow him to make mistakes and step back. He made mistakes, but also learn to handle things, right? Someone said I had to learn that rebuttal against his suggestions or correction should be excluded. A simple yes or okay, baby, feeds the masculinity. Bam. Now, I'm not saying be silent. That is going to actually hurt you in relationships. All right. I'm not saying swallow your pride, right? Well, I mean, you can swallow your pride where it's negative. But what I am saying is if you know what you do, raise your hand if you know what you do. I know I can work on being calmer, y'all. Y'all heard me talk about yoga and it's working, but I have to stay on it now. It doesn't matter. I've been 3, 4 times. I have to go consistently, right? I have to do those things on a regular basis. Come on now. Come on now. If y'all want to get into relationships, some of you have no problems getting into relationships. You have a problem keeping them, or you have no problem with men getting in a relationship with you. But when it comes down to that moment of truth of things they need to do, they fail, and therefore the relationship fails. Right? Yeah. So y'all are raising your hands. We all listen. None of us are perfect, right? Jesus was the only perfect person, and even he agonized. He was in stress. That brother was sad. That brother was mad. He had real human emotions. Come on, man. So if he's going through, we're gonna go through. All we can do is get better. All right. So bam. All right. All right. So James said that we talk about. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. All right. CG said silence was his problem. Right. So that was my problem. Right. Roller girl, I see you logging in from Vegas. All right. So here we go. All right. Bam. Number 5. Men want you to initiate a sense of adventure and fun for himself, the couple, and the family. If you're talking about being a phenomenal catch, a phenomenal wife, and you all are that the minute you believe that and behave that, brothers will start flocking to you. Brothers will start flocking to you. If you have a sense of adventure, and this is the number one complaint from men when it comes to mental health, other than just sucking it up and not dealing with our past, the other part of that is men not having enough fun. Men not having a sense of adventure, men not going for it. You want to own that business, but you're going for the safe thing that's going to take care of the family. Some men don't even feel like I have I don't even know if I have permission to adventure, to go for it, because I have to make sure that my family is well fed. And if that doesn't work, I can't say I don't have it, right? But men want a sense of adventure. They need to play. They need to play golf. They need to do things. They need to do things for the first time. They need to go to ball games. They need to play golf. They need to go for my brothers that love music, music. They need to do the things that are important to them. Brothers that like to dance. I mean, it doesn't matter, whatever kind of man, whatever his interests are, allow him to go have fun. And so a woman that comes in and says, hey, babe, and she's accountable, and she's initiating that. She's like, hey, let's go listen to live music. Let's go to the game. I bought you some NBA tickets. We're going to this concert. We are going thrill seeking. Pick a package. Are we gonna go whitewater rafting? Are we gonna go kayaking? Are we gonna go hiking? Are we gonna go skeet shooting? What are we gonna do? Either together, or you go do this by yourself or with your friends. Hey, baby, here's a fun package I want you to go do because I want you to always go have fun. Come on, go dirt bike racing. Go to monster truck show. I know I'm being stereotypical with men because men like to do all kind of things. Go do the thing. Go to Jamaica by yourself and just chill out. Go see a part of the world. You work hard. Go chill and figure out what you want to do and just relax and go pamper yourself if you had that kind of man. Hello. Church say amen. That's me. Just go someplace. Right? Like Shantae said, yeah, men want a sense of adventure, right? I see you, Natasha, coming in from California, right? Yeah, men want that, right? So if you give men fun, men's mental health is gonna, but they're never gonna say, hey, babe, can you create some more fun for me? You're just gonna have to see it. Wives, girlfriends, queens, am I right? Am I right or wrong? How many of you have had to just kind of set up fun for your husband because he wouldn't take it? And that's what dates really are for men. That's what dates are for men. Is that fun? Like, I don't really want to go. I don't want to do all this. And then men go and they end up having fun, right? They end up having fun. Like, it's like you can't ignore. You have to ignore them and give them something to do, right? Have them sign up for a real estate seminar, and then bam, now they're into it. Or they're into. I have a friend that owns dump trucks. That's not even his profession. His profession is high end tech, right? But he owns these dump trucks. He said he just playing. He just driving these dump trucks and playing. He's working, but he's playing because he's driving a dump truck. He's just happy. Right. Princess Sumi said kids at heart. When you see men playing with their sons, it's a lot of play. They did this study and they show how and I'm being stereotypical, but this is based on a study, how mothers play with their sons and how dads play with their sons. Moms tend to teach, like, hey, you see this giraffe? It's a tall giraffe. Tall giraffe. This is giraffe. You see this giraffe? This is giraffe. This is giraffe. Or they're redirecting the child to not be hurt, right? Stay away from that. Watch this. Don't do this. Don't do that. They stand below the child. They're climbing up, the jungle gym. All right. Men, on the other hand, are above the child, challenging him to get on up there. Men are playing. If a boy is looking at a giraffe and he loses interest and he turns to the truck, the dad's gonna be like, "Ooh, truck!" He turns back to the giraffe. The dad's gonna be like, "Oh, did you see this big old giraffe?" And he plays giraffe with the son. He's just playing. Men are just playing with their sons while we're big kids. And one of the things that is affecting our mental health is that the average man, you ask the men in your life, your father, your brother, your I don't want to say boyfriend, it sounds juvenile, your king, your fiance, your husband, baby, are you having enough fun? You're gonna find a lot of them say no. They're gonna be like, fun. I don't even know what fun is. A lot of us have gotten so far away from fun, we don't even know what fun is anymore. We don't even know what fun is anymore. Oh, I know who Princess Umi is. All right, my bad. Detroit. All right. All right. So when we look at it, it says, as a doula, we see this. Dad's playing with kids and it's best for their kids' development, right? And just because I do these live, right? Princess Umi, I heard you want to look out for the restaurants on Livernois. I meant this, you know what that means as far as when you asked me for some recommendations. The restaurants on Livernois is where you need to be. All right. All right, so y'all got it, right? Y'all got it. Serena's saying this is right. She's a wife. Shantae's saying this is right. She's been in there. Natasha's saying this is right. Mary is saying this is right. The top NP is saying this is right. Y'all are saying this is right, right? Yanni is saying this is, Mahogany is saying this is right, right? Y'all are saying this. All right, Mika's saying this is right. Lori is saying this is right. All right, so y'all are getting it. All right, all right. Number 6, right? And for those of you tuning in, we're talking about 12 things men won't, but either don't or won't ask for. Right. And this is good for us as men. This is good for you as ladies, because if you can provide these things or get us to ask for these things or just supply these things, we're going to be better as men. We're going to have better relationships and better marriages. All right. Number 6, he wants to feel needed, praised, and acknowledged by you. Lord, if you're talking about food for men, we need to feel needed. I can't tell you how many wives have come in and say, you know what, Alduan Tartt, where I messed up was I did not make my man feel needed. I was so, and I saw Essence Atkins, who's a good IG friend of mine. Let me clarify it. All right. Hopefully I will meet the sister, on some projects. All right. But um uh, she says I'm pretty self-sufficient. All right, I'm pretty self-sufficient, so brothers have to be okay with that. But she has to master, right, or she's mastering or has mastered, right, the ability to make a brother feel needed in other ways other than financial, and also doing things that make him feel needed. We need to feel needed, right, praised and acknowledged by you, right? Just like you need to feel seen. If I was doing 12 things women want but don't ask for, I can tell you probably top three is going to be security, consistency, and to feel seen. See me, brother, and behave like you see me. Don't be in a relationship with me and ignore me. See me, understand my needs, anticipate them, right? But since we're talking about men, praise me, like, babe, I can't believe that you did that. Like, my wife praised me for getting the Christmas tree up, right? My wife praised me for taking it, for driving the kids, for going to the birthday party during the Michigan game. I went to a birthday party, for a dear friend of ours and our daughter's godfather and godmother. Of course, I'm gonna go support. They support us. I can always watch. I was watching the game on my phone though. I sure did tape that thing. But she praised me for doing it. Said, "I know this is the one game. The Michigan Ohio State game is the one game you watch from beginning to end, other than the Super Bowl, maybe the playoffs. But this is the biggest game of the year for you, and I appreciate you going." That made me feel like $1 million. It felt like $1 million. Just that little simple thing, y'all, was a big thing. Natasha said, master how to make men feel needed, right? Serena says, it's definitely a skill for self sufficient ladies. Like, you've done so much, you don't need anything. You can pay for your own dinner, your own trips, your own tail fare bags, your own Louis, whatever it is. You can do all those things on your own, but a man wants to be able to feel needed. And there's so many different ways to make him feel needed. A lot of times it's just appreciation, y'all. All right. So, bam, that's big, right? That's big. That is big. All right. Sorry for sounds of the city if y'all can hear in the background. All right. So anyway, number 7. All right. He wants you to be loyal to him almost immediately. Almost immediately. I was talking to a friend 2 weeks ago, right? And he was like, "Man, you know what? He said, I'm a bit of a hypocrite in dating." He's like, "I'm dating other women, right? And because I want to make sure that I pick the right fit for me, especially coming out of something that didn't work out. But I actually expect the woman I'm dating, right, to be loyal to me immediately." And he was very honest. He was like, "I see the hypocrisy, but it's actually a turnoff that she's actually dating other men, even though I'm dating other women, because I want her to like me exclusively. Because if this is the sister I want to be with, I'm gonna drop all the rest of these women. I don't mean like that, but I'm going to focus exclusively on her. But it's just we've only been on a few dates, right? And I'm dating other people. And if this is the one, I don't want to keep a rotation, but I actually want her to be loyal to me from day one." I told you these are the things. I had to add some things in there that are contradictions that y'all will know. And ladies, y'all are probably the same way, right? All right, you want that man to be wanted by other women, right? But at the same time, you want that man to date you exclusively, even if you have 3 or 4 options. You want that man to like you, right? Well, men are the same way, probably even worse, because most women tend to laser focus. If it's a guy they like, they usually drop other guys on their own really quickly, or they don't even look for other guys, right? And men, because we're territorial, we realize this double standard. So yes, we just met. I haven't asked you to be exclusive. We're in the first month, 2, 3 months of getting to know one another. We might have been on 1 or 2 to 3 dates, but I would like for you to be loyal to me immediately because I have the potential to be your man. Am I right or wrong? Come on, guys. Am I the only one? Are my brothers, are my friends the only one that feel that way? What is wrong with us? I think, and to my friend's credit, he realized that. And he was like, that's why I want to get off the dating scene because it's driving me nuts. And I want to be territorial over a woman. And we're not even there yet. I just want to have her be untarnished. If y'all know what I'm saying. I want her to only be with me in case she's chosen, even though I realize how hypocritical that is. It's crazy. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. Um, yeah, someone says she needs to put in that work to be exclusive, right? And he was saying that. He said it's just too early. He's too early. And so this is, I'm just telling you, you ask the men in your life and they'll probably laugh and say, that's right, right? They want you to be exclusive to them while dating in case they choose you while they are not. Right. And I'm not talking about the player from the Himalayas. I'm talking about when a guy's like, man, you know what? I've met two or three women I really like. Let me find out who the one is over a series of 3 to 4 dates, narrow down to the one. But the one that I get to, I would like for her to retroactively have not have been dating anyone from the minute we went on the first date, as if she knew I was gonna pick her. Crazy. All right, T Young, you saying you're selfish and hypocritical. All right, but if we're aware of it, come on now. All right. Yeah, I'm just telling you, right? So what's my advice on that? You don't need to advertise that you're dating other people. You don't need to advertise that, right? You just need to be, but you also need to be dishonest. But you ask you what you're doing on Friday night, say, hey, I already had plans on Friday night, but what about Saturday night, right? And the brother gets a little attitude, say, hey, brother, you know what? You don't have to have an attitude. You can make it where you are the plans on Friday and Saturday, but don't put that pressure on me if that's not where we are, because I would never do that to you. Most brothers can handle that, and that's when they're gonna, if they're really interested in, first of all, settling down our monogamous relationship, our marriage, they're gonna make that move. All right. All right. Number 8. I know that was funny. He wants you to have female friends so you're not totally dependent upon him. Now, let me add a caveat. This is something that a healthy man is going to want. This is something that a healthy man is going to want, right? An unhealthy man is not going to want this. An unhealthy man is going to want you to be by yourself, right? An unhealthy man is going to want you to depend totally on him so that he can control you, right? Just because he does not trust love, right? There are a lot of brothers out there who've been traumatized. They don't trust love, but they do trust control, right? But a healthy man is going to actually want you to have female friends who you hang out with so you're not totally dependent upon him and your happiness. As a matter of fact, the research shows that women who report highest mental health, happiness, and joy have solid female relationships with women who they connect with on a regular basis. It's just good for your sense of connection. It's something that happens when women come together that makes her happier. So part of, like, this goes with number one, right? And men, I want you to get this. If your woman's not going to be, chances are your woman's not going to be totally happy if you're her only source of happiness. You, the kids, her family. Women need time to be with other women, right? And laugh and share their world and support and connect. There is something real about the sisterhood tribe. It is real. It is scientific. It is why women outlive us, why they have a tribe. If a sister has not been to church in 3 or 4 days, 3 or 4 weeks, women are going to check on her. Am I right? Women going to say, have you seen Sharon? Have you connected with her? They're going to go check. Fellas, we don't do that. And that's why single men tend to die faster, is because they're disconnected from friends. And if they're not in a relationship with the woman, they tend to not be in relationship with other guys. Now, that is not always the case. That is more the case than not, which is why single men who are disconnected die faster, because loneliness kills y'all. That's why it's almost a necessity for men to be in committed relationships with women. Because if you're not the type to have a bunch of friends, male friends, you're not going to join a male group. You're not going to join a fraternity. You're not going to join a men's group at church. You're not going to join things that men typically do and connect. If that's not you, you're going to be by yourself. All right, I'm just keeping it real, right? You know, it's real. It's real, right? All right, so that's super important, right? So I'm saying this, ladies. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Y'all was saying, thank you for explaining the difference between healthy and unhealthy men, right? Because as a healthy man, you realize you put too much pressure on yourself. Like, your wife is gonna be yearning to hang out with her girlfriends and do the things that girlfriends do when they get together. Y'all see it all on Instagram. Y'all see it on Facebook. Y'all hear them talk about it, right? These are lovely times, right? This is what women do, right? It's what makes women strong, is that connection. And if you fight against that, that's gonna be a bad thing, right? Yeah, and says, yes, please get you some female friends. DC is saying this. I'm not gonna get me in trouble. He said, Get you some female friends so you're not all up in our business, right? Yeah, that's true, right? Because when the man is out, if he's out socializing with his friends, right, doing something I'm talking about that fits the relationship. Now, I don't mean anything outside the relationship. Then you're not worried about him coming home. You're not texting him because y'all are both getting your needs met from different sources, right? NP says, interesting how loneliness is a silent killer. Healthy men, um, yeah, do not, yeah, healthy men are not out there doing the hitting, the drugs, the abuse, and the selfish. All right, so we have to keep it real. All right, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, someone said cookouts. All right. Mom said we definitely can use. Mom's got to learn, so they definitely can use a tribe. I have a lot of biological sisters, but other than that, my mom life may not be my friends. Right. Right. I get it. I get what you say. Right. So maintain friendships. All right. Number 9. Y'all said it earlier. And y'all like, Alduan, how could you get this far in a 12 things men want, but don't or won't ask for? Right. And get to number 9. I didn't say this was in order. All right. But number 9, he wants you to initiate sex or at least desire for him. Now, men get on me all the time. Ladies get on me all the time. When I say this, they say, listen, my husband does not believe in that. There are certain cultures where we do not believe that a woman initiates sex. And you go with what your man, your husband is telling you. All right. But I can tell you, all men desire to be desired. We desire to be desired. So that means that when you are making love to a man, he needs to see that you desire him. He needs to see that you desire him throughout the day, that you want to be with him, right? And there are a lot of men, me included, I know that's probably TMI, that do enjoy someone who initiates. Men, drop it in the chat. Ladies, drop it in the chat. Does your man enjoy when you initiate lovemaking, right? How do you show your man he's desired? How do you show he's desired? There are a lot of men that say you can show me that I'm desired just by dressing up sexy and walking by me. That's saying that you want me to make you happy. You look at me and you want me to be with you, right? You think of me. You come around me. You touch me on the shoulder. You look at me lovingly. You sit on my lap. You come around. You let it be known you want to be with me, all right? JS is saying, yes, men need to have a normal desire from their women. Nothing beats cuddling at night or pillow talk between two humans, right? And actually produces oxytocin, y'all. Oxytocin, right? And if those of you all are watching this, you have the full replay without, any technical difficulties like they are on Instagram right now. It's gonna be on YouTube. It'll be up, right after this is done. All right. So yes, y'all are telling me, right? It says, yeah, I've been told when it can come across as being too forward, right? This is what Z is saying, right? It depends on the man. All right, there's some men that's like, thank you for doing this because I like to feel desired. A lot of times, men fall into traps when there is a woman who makes it known that she wants him, right? And his wife or girlfriend does not, right? I'm not saying that men follow that, but they notice it like, wow, this woman sees me. This woman finds me physically appealing and attractive, right? And lets that be known, right? Just from a look, from a flirt, are paying attention to me. And when I go home and my wife ignores me, I miss the feeling of desire. So if you want to cut that off, right? There are a lot of men that want to be desired, but you have to talk to your man. All right. You have to talk to, how you can build a bear and all the bears are different. You have to find out what your man wants from you. Your man will tell you how he wants to be desired. You're gonna have a lot of men, especially modern men, like, nah, go ahead and initiate. This is how I want you to initiate, right? And there are other men who be like, nah, just do this, and you won't even have to initiate. I'll initiate with you. You doing, saying, or doing this is initiation from me, right? Come on, man, let me know. Right, let me know. Like when it comes to initiating lovemaking, what your preference is. I do all the initiating, or you dressing up as initiating for me, or no, make it be known. Let it be known. Let it be known. Someone says, getting rid of the kids. My 3-year-old's always in our bed. Yeah. That could be initiating on its own. I feel you. The kids gone. They sleep. They're out of town. They want to do a sleepover with someone you trust. Oh, let's make it happen. Right? Oh my goodness, I see y'all in the chat, right? Someone said get that Viagra, that ginger tea, or that watermelon to help him out so that he can be ready, y'all. Yeah, that is funny. All right, number 10. Number 10. Actually, you want to know what actually works is testosterone. A lot of men, when they get older, their testosterone drops, especially if they're not working out or stressed, right? So you want men to take, natural testosterone. I mean, like the supplements, but talk to a doctor, because when men hit late 30s, 40s, the testosterone drops, right? Early on, men tend to not need that, right? But the amount of rest, a lot of men who don't have stamina simply because they're just stressed, right? They're stressed, depressed, a lot going on. There's nothing more than a libido killer than stress for men. They'll tell you. Now, I know some men like, nah, I know what a great stress reliever, but at moderate to high levels, most men, um, that's not going to get it done for them on a regular basis. They need some level of fun to balance that off, right? But I'm gonna let men say that in the chat, right? Because I realize they're all men are different. All right, number 10. All right, so I want to make sure we get here. Number 10, he wants you to CG said, I know I'm going back. He said, just say the word, I'm always ready. CG, this is a brother. He said, just say the word, I'm ready. He just needs one word. He just needs a notion, right? Maka. All right, I see somebody like I know that joke, inside joke. Maca works, yeah. Maca, anything that's a libido enhancer. There's horny goat weed. There's all kinds of things out there. But anyway, we're gonna stay focused. Number 10, he wants you to show confidence in him, family. He wants you to show confidence in him. Thank you for keeping me on point, NP. Thank you for Natasha. He wants you to show confidence in him. Confidence. All right. If you are doubting your man, that makes him feel insecure, meaning like you're not secure that he can get it done, right? Some men are gonna be offended, right? And some men don't even want to give a lot of details. They say, "Hey, babe, make it happen." You say, "How? How do you make it happen?" A lot of men just say, "Don't worry about it. I got you." Now, if that man does that, right, on a regular basis, you can sit back and say, I have confidence in my man that he says he's gonna figure it out, he's gonna figure it out. I'm gonna have confidence in my man, even though it's 9 o'clock at night. That man said he was gonna put up the Christmas decorations. When he gets in at 9:15, this man, after he eats dinner or whatever, this man gonna stay up late or wake up early the next morning and get these Christmas decorations up. My man's gonna do what he says he's gonna do, right? And so when you show confidence in a man, that actually secures him, right? I remember Snoop Dogg talking about his wife, and he was rapping, and he asked his wife what she thought, and she was like, "Yo, man, that thing was fire, right? That thing was good. It sounded good, right?" And he said he wasn't sure if it was good or not. And when she went upstairs, she called. I think she called Warren G, Nate Dogg, which either his cousins or her cousins. That's how they connected. Like, look, the rap was strong, but the beats were kind of whack, right? And my man gonna make it. And but he said he believed the look in her eyes when she looked in his eyes and said, "Do you like it?" She says, "I think you can do it. I think you got it. I think you own to something. I think you keep at it, baby. You gonna be him." Right. And he said the insecurity he had in him went away because she was so secure in him. He said he would see the look in her eyes when he needed his own self-confidence. Ooh, that'll preach. When he needed self-confidence, he looked at his wife's eyes of absolute confidence in him. And that's what he said. That's why he's been with her to this day. Through the ups and downs, through women being finer, through women having better packages and all that stuff. That look in her eyes cannot be replicated. There is no Snoop Dogg without that look in her eyes that said, "Baby, you can do this." And then you see Sister Girl work that magic and said, "Let me get this brother some producers." Remember, holding him accountable to his dreams, which is number 3. Come on now. Come on now. Isn't that what a mom does for her son? Come on now. Learning and earning says, woo woo. Isn't that what a mom does for her son? Listen, you might have dropped that football. Son, you might not have gotten the best grade in physics, but if you keep studying on that, you're going to be good. You're gonna be good. I see y'all still talking about how to help men out with their sexual with their sex drive. Some of them named Black Maca. I never even heard of that. Something else in here I've never heard of, but you can best believe I'm gonna research. Is it Talkit Ali? Tongkat Ali? Is that what you said? Man, I'm gonna look these things up, right? Man, all right. So there it is, y'all. Show confidence in him. Let me give y'all 2 more. All right, show confidence in him. Men are looking for that. That is another reason why married men or men in relationships are stronger than men who are single, because they have someone who believes in him, right? Men, if we're honest, ladies, if we're honest, we can only do so much on our own. How many of you look in the mirror and you say, I'm him, and then you doubt it later on in the day? You start doubting it, right? It's just human nature. But when someone else is saying, you're him, all right, when your man is saying, girl, you look good to me, woman, you look amazing to me, or you're so talented, you can do it, I believe in you. That is amazing. You're brilliant, you're intelligent, you're smart, you are witty, you know what to do, right? When you see those things, bam, when you see those things, how many of you need to hear it? Men, like, I believe in you. You're gonna figure it out, baby. You'll learn it. You built this company, you can build this company. It doesn't matter what's going on in the recession. You recession proof, right? You're gonna find a way. You're gonna make it work. You're gonna make it work. Jane says my parents used to wink one eye at each other. Then my mom told me, cute idea, right? And then she told her, all right, that wink means I believe in you, babe. I believe in you, right? Or it could be that wink also means, hey, you know what's happening tonight. You know what it is, right? My boss says you need to call a man baby. Also, pet names for your man is good too, right? That's true. Men like to baby, king, um, lover, you know, babe, whatever it is. Like, men like affection. We like that. All right, let me get y'all through this, Rob. Number 11, he wants you to respect him. That might be up there. I know I talked about other things. Men want respect. Me. Respect me. Now I know y'all saying we have to earn respect. I agree. But to under respect a man or to disrespect a man is to mark an X on your paper if you want that man to grade you high. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't ask that man for correction, that you can't require that man to correct his behavior or how he treats you. You have to do that so you can be seen. Men need to see you, right? And when you're silent and you're mute, men assume you're good. We know you're unhappy, but we expect you to open up your mouth and say something. Say something. You need something, let us know. So respect, and that's big. And that could just be in the form of appreciation. Say, babe, you know what? I disagree with what you're saying, but I respect the fact that you have an opinion. Give me some time to think about it and pray on it and get back to you, because I'm not understanding what you're saying, but I respect the fact that you feel strongly about this. Most healthy men can handle the fact that you disagree while respecting the fact that he feels strongly about it and you behaving that way. Right? He can say, "Look, man, I want to go right in full time real estate. I want to quit my job with the benefits." You say, "Baby, I respect the fact that you feel that way. You have said that numerous times. All right, I don't know if that's the best move, but I respect the fact that you've thought about it. Let's go talk to a mediator, or run this by me, or answer a few questions that I have about this so that I can understand it. I am not telling you what to do. I'm not your mom, right? I respect the fact you feel strongly about it. I just need evidence for me and my anxiety, right? And my ability to best support you. That's probably the best language. To best support you, I need to see that you've properly researched this, right? And so that I understand enough to support you fully. Because I don't want to say I support this and then behind the scenes make moves as if I don't understand it, take another shift, or you know, uh, question you on why you're doing things, right? Or be sarcastic. I don't want to do that. I want to support you. So please, could you explain that to me again, right? Or have you considered the following? All right, and then number 12, all right? We're doing the 12 things that men want but don't or won't ask you for. All right, number 12, he wants your help, but in a way that doesn't emasculate him. I added that in myself, y'all. 12. That's 12. He wants your help. Now, this is an art. All right. Like, he wants your help in a way that doesn't emasculate him. Like, this is tricky. I think this is where, like, seasoned wives, even ladies out there who are seasoned in dealing with men, right? A lot of you are managers, a lot of you are executives, a lot of you are in charge of departments. Are you just understand the psyche of men? You know how men want help, but not in a way that emasculates him, right? You have to figure that out, right? So another way would say praying at night and holding hands and say, "Hey, Bray, let's pray." All right. If you're here, check this out on YouTube. All right. It'll be there in a few minutes. Or if you're watching this and you're just tuning in, we're doing the 12 things that men want, but don't or won't ask for, right? So one way you can give a man help without emasculating him is to get him a book. All right. Say a man wants to go into real estate, but you know he doesn't know too much about it. And you might even think that he's going off this excitement and he hasn't done his research. Cool. All right. Um, and you know he can't afford to be wasting this money. So you go out and you get this brother a book on real estate, babe. I know you were into real estate. I saw this book. I can take it back. But I figured it'd be a good read because I know you were saying you're going into it. And then, I asked the librarian, they said this is number one book for people going into real estate. Now, knowing that this man's gonna read this book, see how you're helping him without emasculating him? Hey, babe, you know what? I was thinking about what you were saying when it comes to like weight gain. I saw this muscle builder magazine. Bam! I know you're going out for that competition. And I saw this, and I remember this competition. Man opens that magazine, bam, the education is there. Hey, babe, you know what? There's other guys that were talking about real estate, and they told me about this podcast called Bigger Pockets, which really is a real podcast. Probably those of you in real estate know about it. Have you listened to it? They were talking about the same thing you were talking about, right? Like, this is real, right? Or, hey, babe, you know what? Did you see this email? They were talking about having this conference on real estate, this conference on podcasting, this conference on health and wellness, this conference on investing, this conference on getting into the insurance game, whatever it is, I saw this video on how men can talk to their daughters without the daughter getting so sensitive. Bam, right? This may not even be your daughter, right? He's looking at this, but men actually expect that, right? Even giving directions. Men are driving. They don't want you saying turn left, turn right, because they feel like they're not in charge. But you say, hey, babe, you probably know where you're going. Are you planning on making a left or a right at the next street? However you want to do it, but these directions say left, but you might be going a different way. Men know what you're doing when you're doing that. You're showing respect. You're helping him. You know he's not paying attention. Like sometimes I'm driving, I'm so busy talking to my wife or talking about what I'm talking. I'm about to miss the exit, and she's like, "Hey, babe, you know you're getting off the next turn, right?" She says, "Hey, babe, I know you know that you're getting off at the next turn." Now, I know I'm in the way at the top lane. I need to get all the way over. She knows I've obviously forgotten because I'm not in the bottom lane or the next to bottom lane. But the way she says it is a way that helps me, shows respects, but guides me. She's not silent. Who want to miss the exit? And ladies, this is gonna be real. Who wants to be in a relationship with a man when you're being silent, where you know you have the answers, not only for that man to be better, but for your relationship to be better and your family to be better? Why be silent when you know? Don't be silent. It's okay to have necessary conflict. And there's an article out, y'all. I've referenced it numerous times. It's in Time Magazine. I'm grabbing it, and it's called "Self-Silence is Making Women Sick," y'all. Self-silencing is making women sick. It talks about the autoimmune diseases that women are having. 80% of the autoimmune diseases are caused by self-silencing in women, according to this article. Right? Right? And it's because women self-silencing in relationships where they should be speaking up about something their man could be doing better that would make him better and therefore make him feel better, to feel more secure, which then secures the wife, which makes her happier. You get what I'm saying? So it could be like, hey, we need more romance so that we can have more intimacy. And he's not doing the romance, so we're not having intimacy. And he's upset, pissed off that he's not having intimacy. But you're not talking about the romance because you don't want to rock the cart. You don't want to, you don't want to upset the apple cart, but you need to upset the apple cart, right? You need to say, hey, babe, we need a date. We need more quality time. More quality time. All you do is wink at me, and we good to go. Y'all got it, y'all? All right, so there you have it. 12 things that men want, but either don't or won't ask for, right? So let me pray, y'all. Let me ask and pray, Lord, that anyone watching this, Lord, that they're blessed. They're actually able to put this into application, either in their current relationship or their future relationship. And I ask specifically, Lord, for the ladies who are watching this to realize, man, these are things that men won't, don't ask for. If I provide these things, if I afford these things, For my future man, a man that I have right now, I'm going to go into superstar status because that man is 12 times better. That man is 12x. That man is 12x because of me. And so, look, I would just ask and pray the brothers. They'd be like, send this to women that they're dating or realize, you know what, these things I do need. There's some things on this list that are not mentioned that I'm going to mention. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to tell the woman I'm dating so because she cannot read my mind because these things are important not only to me, but to us and our family. So, look, I would just ask and pray that you move in a mighty way. These things we ask in Jesus' holy name. Amen. All right, for those of y'all that tuning in, I'll recap the 12. Thank you, Nikki. All right, so 12 things that men want but don't or won't ask for. I'm going to give you a quick recap, and then we're out. He wants you to be happy. Why? Because happy says that you're happy with him. 2, he wants you to take interest and his world. 3, he wants you to hold him accountable for achieving his dreams. 4, he wants you to be accountable for the things you need to change without him having to bring it up too much or undue resistance. Number 5, he wants you to initiate a sense of adventure and fun for him, the marriage, and the family. 6, he wants to feel needed, praised, and acknowledged by you. 7, he wants you to be loyal to him almost immediately. This is the one that's probably the most hypocritical, but I'm just telling you what men won't, don't ask for. All right. Number 8, he wants you to have female friends. Healthy men want you to have female friends so you're not totally dependent upon him. And men may not know this is that a woman who's hanging with the sisterhood is actually coming home happier because she's more supported. There's support that sisterhood can provide that men just cannot provide, right? So it's a supplement, right? It's a supplement. 9, he wants you to initiate lovemaking and sex and show desire for him. Even if your man does not want you to initiate, that goes against his culture, even the culture of himself. He wants you to show strong desire for him. Number 10, he wants you to show confidence in him. You show confidence in him, that makes him more confident in who he is and leading the ship. 11, men are just going to probably all agree to this. He wants you to respect him. All right, or at least communicate what would make you help him respect him more. I would respect you more if you said and did what you said. I wouldn't question it. If I could set my watch by you, I wouldn't ask questions, even though I don't understand. I just trust you. And then number 12, he wants your help in a way that doesn't emasculate him. All right. So I pray that helps y'all. And I will see y'all. I will see y'all later this week. Remember, Wednesdays and Fridays and Mondays, every now and then I go live at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But if you missed this, going over to YouTube, it'll be up. All right. Take care, subscribe, and like. I appreciate the thumbs up, the badges, all the things y'all did to support. Take care. God bless.